every time I think of how the world is still the same in a way where things are not getting better, every time I think about the principalities of this world and how they are sitting there just with their feet up and laughing, it empowers me. It reminds me that it's vital for me to speak. It inspires me to. Every moment I think about how they think they've gotten away because everyone has fallen asleep. Everyone's in their devices. Everyone is in their routines. Everyone is just robotic. It inspires me. It lights a spark in me to speak again. So every time I end my life, I think about it again because I have air in my lungs. And I have the time to, because I'm not in the plantation right now. I have the time to because I don't have kids and I don't have that sort of responsibility right now. That I'm actually going to use my time wisely and use it for what matters the most to me. Every time the silence, every time I'm in a vacant place that's airy, every time I wake up from a dream, I'm inspired to speak. Because you know why? It reminds me of the truth that I am somebody, though I can't show it. I am somebody, though I'm in darkness. I am somebody, though I am the least one chosen in the world. I'm reminded, and it inspires me every time. To go within myself and release all things, regardless of how I may sound or how I may look. It is the truth, and it needs to be set free. Even if I don't see a wall being teared down, even if, because of the firmament, the veil is still down, I know, just as I'm working, things are working. Things are happening in the spirit. I'm a spiritual being. I speak from my spirit. This is who's speaking. I speak from the body that I'm in. This is a spiritual thing. This is a spiritual warfare. This is a spiritual world. There is a whole world out here beyond the veil, beyond the heavens. There is a God. And in your eyes, he's spiritual because he's invisible. The only difference is us. We have a covering that hides the spirit. And some people makes them forget that they are even a spiritual being. Energy. Because the x-rays only show the surface, the bones. You can only see the flesh, the nervous system, the nerves, the skeleton, the muscle, the flesh. So in some people's eyes, they forget. So it could be, so it is hidden, regardless. In you. So I know that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, and I know that doing it, working day and night, telling the truth when it's calling me to. Understand this. If it wasn't, I'd be doing something else. Do you understand me? Do you know how easy it is to be distracted and to see that I'm not distracted, to see something must be keeping me awake? Because it's so easy to fall back to sleep. It's so easy to not choose to do this. You'd rather do something else, right? It's easier to play in the devil's playground than to pray in the Father's house for some reason. So there must be something keeping me awake. Because clearly this is a hard thing to do to most folks. It's a hard thing to stay in one place. It's a hard thing to stay in a quiet place. It's a hard thing to stay alone for some reason in most people's hearts. So something must be keeping me awake. Something inside me must be calling me. And I still have the decision to listen. It's my spirit. Can I for once feed it? What does my spirit want from me? What does it need when everything else calls me? Everything else needs me. The plantation is calling me. The people in the plantation. The work that we got to do in the devil's house. In the system. Being a servant. Everybody needs something. What do I need? No one asks you those things. You literally have to be sick and on your deathbed for someone to serve you. Or you got to beg. But that's what we won't do. What do I need from me? Because I'll feed me. You understand me? I don't need no one to feed me. Feed my soul. Make me happy. Fill me with joy. I can do that. But I got to give myself the time to. I have to give myself that. I have to make time for myself. But this is clearly the hard things to do. Wow. I'm inspired to speak just because of these basic things that have become the hard things in life. The things of you, the things of me, the things of who we are have become the hard things to understand for most people. And that TV and other people's lives have become normal, have become what you feel you need. No, I just need me. So I need to talk to me. I need to be there for me, hold me. People get satisfaction off of other people's lives. What has happened? We're watching other people's life. We're watching other people live their life. While we do what? Just sit on the couch and watch. And our life comes to nothing. So what am I supposed to do? Be like everyone else? But I'm not. It's apparent. But I'm telling you, I'm not asking, what am I supposed to do? Or am I supposed to be doing what I'm doing? If I'm just who I need to be. And that's enough. Can't you see? This is the only thing that's real. This is the only thing that is awake. This is what it looks like. This is what it sounds like. Being sober and awake. Not choosing devices and technology. Not choosing to gossip and talk about toxicness. Not choosing to talk about other people's lives and, be envious. You're giving in to the schemes and the plots that they have for you. We need to be talking about what they're doing, the principalities, their traps. We should be like, yo, this is a trap. Let's not gossip. Let's not bring our people down. Let's uplift our sisters. Let's not hate them. Let's not, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's love our sisters. Let's love our brothers. Let's not degrade them. But that's what's been happening. You see a lot of brothers degrading their sisters. Again, I'm inspired to speak. One day this will all be gone. And I'm not talking about when you're dead. I'm talking about when Jesus Christ comes. It'll be done. Like a blink of an eye. That's it. Like waking up from a dream. And everyone was like, oh, you were just dreaming. You're going to look at them sideways like, that was a dream? Just like he says, 100 years here is a day up there. And it's like, really? So you're telling me, Father, you seen me yesterday? But to me, it was over 1,000 lifetimes away. That's how it felt. What in a deception? That's crazy works. But yeah, just like that, things will be changed. And then all of what I've said, then what? Then what? Then people want to say, oh, you were right. Oh, I should have listened. Oh, this, oh, that. And it's like, yeah, that's true. You should have, but you didn't. And it's not hurting. Well, it does kind of hurt me while I'm here, but it doesn't hurt me in the long run because I've done my work. Like, I've been doing my work this whole time. I've been trying. Just as what I'm doing now. I'm using my time to speak and wake up and stay sober. Because one day this will be over. The will, this curse, this pit that I'm in, he's going to come back for me. And you trying to wake up everyone, trying to keep people awake. That's it. That's all that you could do. But it's up to the person. And as you look around, they don't choose to. You ask somebody right now, they don't want to wake up. As in, AKA, they don't want to stop taking these drugs. They're not ready. Right? You can ask that sister or that brother, I'm not ready to walk away from this toxic relationship. I'm not ready to wake up. You can ask that sister, I'm not ready to, stop wearing artificial nails. I don't want to wake up. What has the world come to? What has people come to? The souls of these people, they're lost. The Bible ain't never lied. You're lost. And it's very sad because the only comfort I get is from movies. Little movies or little things in the movies, like in Alice in Wonderland, when he was like, what happened to you? You used to be much more, mucher. This place does something to you. Yeah. You lost your muchness. Because you used to be so much more. As I said, what has happened? And so in little fairy tales like, let's say, Cinderella, or I mean all of them really. Sleeping Beauty, where it's like this curse and the whole community, the whole town is sleep. I mean, there's so many different movies to take from, but you're the only thing awake. Whoa. Or there's just a few, but still, like, whoa. What can you do? You know, be like a chicken with its head cut off, trying to make ruckus, trying to wake everyone up, like, hello? You know, you kind of go mad in a way, because it's like, hello? Or at least it seems that way, but you're not mad at all. You're only doing what is necessary, like, wake up. This ain't life. Everyone else is asleep, and why? But then you find out because they want to stay asleep, right? Like in their sleepiness, you find, or in the places that they find they want to stay there. You know, you're trying to shake them up, and you find that they said no. You said, come to the light, come to the light. They never came. You know, or pick up the phone. They never picked it up. And you're just like, no, I'm sure this person's going to pick up the phone. Just call again. Call again, invite them. They never came. And that's heartbreaking. But that's where you just can't control anyone. You can't force anyone. You just hope that one day they'll see. So that's how it feels. You know, sort of like the Twilight Zone. You know, and what's so crazy is that there's people that are pretending to be awake. You know, pretending to be light, pretending to know such things and lead people astray in that way. And they themselves are asleep. I know it's weird. You know, like they'll say, oh, this is the way, and, you know, be like a false prophet, a false shepherd. And the whole time they never had faith. The whole time they were left behind because they never truly believed. It's just a whole lot of things down here in this whole. And I think, and I know that that's why most times, you know, you'll hear people say, all you have is family. Because in this pit, you know, what's going to bring you joy outside of the truth? You know, if you're not talking about the truth, what else is going to bring you comfort, right? And so that's being around people that love you, people that care for you. Surround yourself with that love. Stay close to them. But you know, that's hard to come by as well. So you still just find yourself on the mountain alone, roaring the truth. Because you can't rely on the love of others to love you. Put you first, choose you. No. You just go ahead and put yourself first. You go ahead and put God first. And you go to God. And you go to yourself. Right? And that's you seeing God in you. You, God, together is one. All you need is you. And that love is everlasting. So yes, I do believe in love. And I believe in, I was going to say fairy tales, but it's better if I explain. I just believe in true love, truth, and love. I believe in real, everything real. I believe, you know, that's enough to understand. Like, and I have to say it that way because a lot of people don't even believe in love. They don't even believe in truth. You know, they believe in money. They believe in syntheticness. They believe in materialistic. They believe in a God that don't breathe. So it's just like, it is important for me to also mention that. Like, I believe in a fairy tale. I believe in true love, you know, between a man and a woman, and like the godly love. You know why? Because it's in me. And yeah, I am different. You know, I am one out of everybody in the world. Like, I'm like who I am, right? No one's like me. So why wouldn't I believe? I've found it in me. Yeah, it may not be in anyone else, but if I know that I exist, I know there's a God. If I know that I exist, someone like me, I know there is someone for me. That's it. I've found true love. I've found God in me, to understand God, to know that there is a God. I didn't need to search outside of me. I don't need to believe outside of me. So everyone else is giving up on it, saying, oh, you know, no one's perfect. No one said that true love is perfection. But you get it. Like, people saying this and that because they don't see themselves, you know, as it. They don't believe in themselves. And they're not probably something really to be worthy. Like, let me just say it for what it is. Like, just like they don't believe in themselves, they don't find themselves worthy. And I'm sure no one finds them worthy. Because a person will know if they are worthy and like noble, you know? And so a lot of people are not like that. Remember, it's like only like a few that are like very noble and truly chosen for that reason. Like, they're solid. That's not everyone. Like, that's rare to come by. So a lot of people know that about themselves. They know that they're not noble. They know that they're not, like, if there was a true God, if there was, when the true God comes, they know that they would not be chosen. But in the world, with a master that looks at materialism and superficial things and vanity, then they may be chosen because they'll make sure that they look the part, right? They'll get the hair and the nails and dress the part. But when it comes to who they are, the seed that is in them, their spirit, their essence, their true personality, they know they ain't worth but dang. Okay? They know that they're not worth anything. You know what I mean? Like, they would not be chosen by a king, like a righteous, fair king. Excuse me. Because, and it's easy to know that about yourself. You know, it's rare to find, just like in the movies and the stories, it's rare to find someone that's like rare. You know, like, you're just rare. It's rare to find like that diamond, that pearl, that ruby. It's just rare. And usually that's chosen, that person, that rarity. Okay? So I understand a lot of things because I'm rare. And I understand why everyone else acts the way they do, because they're not. And that's in a humble way of saying it. Like, oh, why do they all act the same? Why do they all talk the same? Why do they all sleep? Why do they not understand? Why do they not listen? Why do they not want to talk about the truth? Why do they, why? Like, I know why. Because they're all the same for some reason. And it's not because I said they were, it's because they chosen to be. Like, I don't know, maybe they just are the same because they just are. But there's a part that's just like, well, you don't have to talk the same. You don't have to be the same. But you choose to be as well. I don't know. I don't know how it is to walk in other people's shoes, but clearly, if there's a trend, you can choose to follow it. So, you tell me, right? Like, because I know enough to be able to speak for these people, but shoot, speak spirit. You know what I mean? Like, speak for yourself. And that's the thing. It's like when it comes to the truth, they don't want to speak because they know it's the truth. It's like the oldest. I keep saying the oldest telling the book. It's like prophecy. It's always prophecy. You know, you try to figure out why are you the only one awake. You know, and it seems like torture and punishment, but is it really? Because still in that you're lucky, right? Like you're fortunate to be awake, even though it feels miserable. It's like you'd rather be awake than to be in that predicament that they're in, right? Sleep. So it's like a blessing and a curse. You know, it has its pros and cons, but you want to be at that end of the stick. And that's just what it is. So you come across people that, you know, you want to hope and you pray to God that your people come along. I mean, that's all that you really would hope for. That's the only thing that you'd really be calling on God for when it comes to asking of something. You know, the last thing he's going to expect me to ask for is like materialistic things. When, yes, I can ask for those things, but there's so many things before that. Like there's so many needs that needs to be met, right? So understanding what you ask for, it needs to be according to the purpose, right? Like what is the purpose of me being here? And what is the purpose of me being awake while everyone is asleep? So if I'm going to ask of something, you think me having a car is going to be meaningful to the purpose? If you're going to get a car, just go ahead and work and pay for it, right? Like, no. It's more of like, Father, keep me for one, and also give me patience. Give me more patience. Keep my sound mind. Keep me sharp while I'm on the mountain. I'm, working. Keep me awake. Keep my strength. Those things. Because I don't want to fall asleep, right? Make sure this person coming my way has good intentions, and if they don't, remove them. It's those sort of things that I speak or I'm asking, because it's according to the purpose. And it's really important to my soul. I don't want just anybody coming around me acting like they like me and they don't, or has ill intent but slither their way through the door, or I'm running out of patience and now I'm becoming angry. I don't want to be in that space. I don't want to feel that vibration. I don't want to be there. I want to be able to roar and get out all of the truth without it affecting me. I don't want to talk about very low vibrational things and become angry, right, or frustrated, because that happens, because I'm losing my patience. I'm getting sick and tired, and it's just like, I don't want to do that. I've been on a roll, right? So I've been able to keep it going, making another video at the video because it's not affecting me. Yeah. And I'll leave it there.